Clay is down to his final play. We are down to the final 3 episodes of Season 5 to find own self. But first off, let's talk about the free facts. Because it's Clay's last ever vote as a Sam Crow member. That's a pretty big fact in there in itself, isn't it?
It's a big fact that it's not the last vote really revolving around Clay, but it's
the last one he's able to take part in, right?
Yeah, it's the last one where
he's not allowed to vote on his own mayhem.
It's his last year, nay.
It's his last year, nay.
Do you think someone should be able to vote on their own mayhem though?
I would say Jack's probably got the vote on his own. He pretty much said here, he's voting this way, and if you don't like it, then
maybe Clay should just say to them, right, you're not voting this way.
You're not voting this way, buddy. But talking the last votes, we're talking about last appearances. It's the last appearance of Lupe and Ronaldo. Who are they? But former Bizlats, because Nero dropped them in a pretty badass scene. But we're going to talk about the start of this episode, and we begin. Tara's panicking, rightfully so, because Otto's land at Redwood in the shit with his epic line last episode. Redwood bleeds.
But I believe we missed out one fact there.
No, I said last appearance of Lupe and Ronaldo, therefore it's 2 facts in one, my friend.
What? That is piss poor.
What do you mean it's piss poor?
Is that what really?
That's what we've resorted to, aye.
God's sake.
Yeah, they're two Bizlat OGs. Go back with Nero to the 90s, and you're saying that's piss poor?
Times are tough.
Times are tough, but Jax tells Ellie Lowen
that make sure that doesn't happen.
His English accent.
Well, make sure that doesn't happen.
He comes across a whiny bitch sometimes,
He
Jax.
does, don't he?
Yeah. Is it the accent? It's like, you can put an accent onto a good degree, but I think when you're showing like an angry side, your natural accent's just going to slip through. And I think that's what happens on a few occasions. I'm not the one murdering women. All that good stuff, but yeah. Clearly, things are falling apart here, but we do cut to the club. Bobby's told to lock down the deal with Alvarez and Lynn because, of course, with the Chinese.
Now, speaking of his normal accent, original, would you say this is Charlie Hunnam's best role?
In terms of what? Accent-wise?
No, it's just his career.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
Yeah, would you not say, though, he gets a... What about Green Street?
But Green Street's not mainstream.
Is it not?
No, well, if it is mainstream...
Am I retarded for saying I would maybe argue Green Street's more mainstream than Sons of Anarchy?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that.
Maybe more people in the UK would recognise him for Green Street than Sons, but across the world, it's obviously Sons.
Yeah, no, I reckon 100% in the UK, more people would know Green Street than Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah. Because it's a British-based movie. And that's the way it goes. But, I mean, he was recently in Rebel Moon, which Part 2 comes out very soon.
And that was definitely not his best role.
I gotta remember. He heard Liam O'Neill and he went, I need a crack at
I will say, though, as much as I like Charlie Hunnam, I mean, I do think he's not been in that many memorable series or movies.
King Arthur?
I mean, it was all right. I wouldn't say
Triple Frontier was alright.
I seen King Arthur in the cinema. I mean, it was okay, but
it wasn't. David Beckham.
I mean, it wasn't fantastic. Like, I'm not going to sit here and pretend it was a great movie. Shantaram, don't even think I watched it. I think I checked out the trailer and I thought, this is like shite. I mean, he was on a bike.
Indian SOA.
It was an Indian bike, you know, so it's like, what can I really say about it? That other movie, Rebel Moon, wasn't great. Yeah, I just don't know. He's in a
lot of things that ain't happening, but you know what? We need to get back to this episode, and he wants Juicy Boy to find the legal documents before the end of the day because Clay knows about the RICO leverage, and it's all gonna come collapsing down, damn it. We've got Diosa, that is opening today, as Bobby, Chibs, and Jax all arrive there. You've got, what's his name? Filthy Phil, he's freaking out here. There's this like black woman who's ugly. I mean, she looks like Shrek. But then Jax points out, have at it, Shrek. Out of all the people in this Diosa for Filthy Phil to take, he picks the worst one. You remember what she looked like?
No, but I doubt she looked as bad as you're suggesting, like.
No. I actually think this woman is worthy of us stopping this video and actually checking it.
Well, maybe we'll put it up for a poll. I don't know. How would you even word that? Is she attractive enough to work for Diosa?
Yeah.
That's a poll. We'll put that up.
No, if I had to rate this person out of 10, I'd probably say like a 3.
Maybe that's a couple of positions higher than... Maybe that's a couple of rankings higher than Filthy Phil, so...
Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. We go out the back door of get the Bizlats. And what I liked about this scene, the Bizlats and Sons are not particularly like the biggest characters of all time, but there's like 3 of them here that get great lines, don't they?
Yeah, they got put over.
No, they did get put over. One of the guys says that, yeah, I'm going to have to maybe move in here, me and my 27 kids, yo. Then the other guy says, yeah, kids are expensive, even the one without crutches. And then Nero fucking gets stuck into him. And the other guy said something, can't remember necessarily what he said, but it's like, these guys in this world are jobbers. They are. They're not big characters. They kind of just literally two of them get killed this episode, but it's like, these are great lines. There's so many. Look at The Walking Dead. Eugene, 130 fucking episodes. When's he delivered a line like that?
Yeah, that's what I like about Sons of Anarchy. I feel like there was good lines given it to minor characters.
Aye.
It wasn't just like they saved all the best stuff for the main characters.
And these guys are probably like, what, 4 episodes? I mean, I thought these guys produced pretty great lines, but they come to a conclusion here that they're going to sell these guys guns, some KG9s. Nero's a bit reluctant.
Some shite guns though.
Aye, shite guns.
Surplus guns. It was like guns that Jax didn't even want. He's like, here, got a couple of these guns hanging there in the warehouse. You can have them.
We may as well talk about the scene. It was a bit of an unnecessary scene where the Bizlats just turned on the Sons, and because they're jobbers and Sam Crow, they just wiped the Bizlats off face of this earth. Get the gangster music playing.
Right, so they meet them, and then the Bizlats turn up. It's supposed to be 4-on-4, but the Bizlats have brought like 3 cars worth. Sons drive off. They're doing a bit of shooting. Happy gets shot in the head, but I don't know, it's just a graze wound or something like that, so he doesn't die.
It went straight through. I am rapturous.
It's a shame it didn't go straight through when fucking Easy and Clayton Cardonis killed him, but shot him. Anyway, they survive. They crash off this mountain, but the car's upright and they're all laughing about it, so there you go, that's good.
Bit of an unnecessary scene, I think you could argue. But here, I'll take it. It was a cool action scene, right? If I was to label this scene as anything, it would be a cool action scene.
I do think Sons does this a bit too much, though. Similar to the fighting scenes, I've got a lot of scenes where they're just like getting shot at or in a car chase. With music.
Yeah, but like, what is the Bizlat's end game here? Like, if you were going to kill the Sons, would you not start shooting at them before they get into their fucking car?
Yeah, I don't think this was going to end well for the Bizlats.
No.
I mean, they're getting a fair deal, so why the fuck not?
See that guy that said he should have brought his 27 kids? Well, he probably should have brought about 27 gangbangers to back him up here, because he almost got eliminated.
I don't know why they just didn't pay the money.
Yeah, I mean, no, I guess they could have done that. Clay meets with Romeo and the cartel, puts it all on the table, put them, Jackie boy, he's moving to crush Rico, and if he does that, we want you at the head of the table. Clay, though, he turns it down.
Nah.
I actually like this, so it's like, within a couple of episodes, Clay's went from being the biggest cunt to, like, you can actually feel sympathetic for him. He's realised that he doesn't want it.
He had a chance to job out Jax and take back his seat, and he's refused it.
He's refused it, damn it. He says, I want to talk to Jax first, get him to change his mind. He has this talk with Jax.
Son. Stop calling me son. I mean, at this point, can Clay really use the term son? And it's not like they're in good terms.
Yeah, he tries to use, especially because he killed JT. Like, is that not a bit?
I don't think Jax likes the fact he killed Payne either, like, to be honest.
I know.
Or got Opie killed. So, I mean,
tried to kill his wife.
Yeah.
And pretty much destroyed the fucking club. And
battered his mom. So, I mean, there's quite a lot of things.
Clay's and set the nomads in motion.
I mean, you could argue, like, the JT, I mean, it's not like it's just one thing that... Clay's done a lot of shite like that's impacted Jack's life.
But he's killed the one guy who, whatever he called him, son, it would be alright. Is that he called it? He's like rubbing it in. Make your bank, son. Fuck off. But yeah, Jack says...
I don't get it though, because Jax is also a 3-letter name, so it would be just as easy to say Jax as it would be son.
Yeah. But Jax, he says, I'm sick of being crushed under the weight of greedy men who believe in nothing. He says, I appreciate you looking out for me, Clay, but I'm out of here. I'm doing my own thing. And Clay then rings Romeo, says, gonna need a little more time, I say. But Romeo's like, no, time to move to plan B. What's plan B? I mean, I guess if Clay doesn't want this seat, could they not just kill Jax? But then Bobby wants to also get out of the drugs and the cartel.
So they need to kill everybody till they get to the next guy that wants to stay in the cartel?
Fair play to the cartel, though, because they actually want it. They made it perfectly clear to Clay that you're not allowed to set up a crew because the Sun's been really good for us. But if no one's willing to work for you, though...
But why have the Suns been so... What have the Suns done that's been so good for the cartel that Clay couldn't do? Just out of curiosity.
No, true. I guess you look for that point.
You couldn't even argue, the Suns are like upstanding citizens or whatever, and they don't bring heat. I wouldn't even say that's true, because I think the Suns, if anything, do bring heat. It's not like you could argue, oh, it's a great scheme here to have the Suns run our shit.
No, but...
In all honesty, like, the Suns probably should have been... I think it should have been more difficult for the Suns to actually mule their coke.
No, I agree. But
I think we should have had police pulling them over all the time.
Nah, but the cartel's got everyone on payroll, though. That's so... They got everybody on the payroll, damn it. But they go meet with Henry Wren.
What?
Henry Wren. Henry Win.
Henry Win. Yeah. So anyway, if we had to kill enough members to get it down to the next, like the next most important member,
I spit it.
If we had to kill every member till it came down to the most important member that wanted the drugs cartel in, at this point, who would it be? Everyone was pretty much... It only seemed to be Clay and the Nomads that were... Well, even they wanted it out at the time, though they were pretending they did. Which was a weird gimmick. They actually wanted... They didn't want double the money. Even though they did. It was like... So who would the cartel have to kill to get someone in the president's seat that's happy to continue this arrangement?
Filthy Phil.
Neutral, isn't he?
He's very a big shite bag, isn't he? But Jax gets kidnapped here by a bunch of Mexicans. Bobby says it's a bunch of Mexicans. Nero then heads over to his crew thinking it was them.
Wrong Mexicans, damn it.
I mean, he literally just drops them. He drops like 3 of them. Like 2 of the main dogs.
Was it deserved? I don't think so.
I don't think it was.
It felt very out of character for me, for Nero. I just thought Nero seems like the guy that wouldn't just go in and just execute a couple of people here.
True, but I guess these guys made fun of his son. He thought they'd killed Jax potentially. They tried to kill 4 members of the Suns. And he was announcing he was back. We've never really seen OG Nero.
Well, we've seen it here.
And he said, "You putos wanted me back. I'm back." Then he left the scene on a fucking lawnmower. So, all good. But yeah,
what good has it been back though if you just wiped out your crew?
I know. Gonna need some couple of more brown faces here. But yeah, it turns out Jax got kidnapped by the cartel. And then he says a pretty great line. He says, "I'm an outlaw, Capron, not a suicide bomber." Might be quote the episode. Definitely is quote the episode. I thought it was a pretty good line. Right? Because he had to set the cartel up with something. Tells them that he set them up with the Chinese. Romeo says, "It's a lot of moving parts. You better hope it works, man." Will it work? Who knows? But then we cut to the table. We're gonna vote this shit.
But couldn't the cartel have just said, "Nah, you're doing this forever. We ain't letting you leave"?
Yeah, but you also think if Jax is like completely jobbing out the Chinese, he's putting them in business with the feds, and they don't know that. Like Alvarez doesn't even know it. The Suns know that they are feds.
That is true. Jax is fucking over the Chinese here big time.
Yeah, that's not actually discussed. I've never heard anyone even mention that.
But then again, if Jax does discuss, it almost makes him a rat, like, doesn't it?
No, it does, but...
Well, it's not like Jax can say to Henry Lynn, "Yeah, by the way, these guys are fucking..."
No, because then they would never accept it.
No, I get that, but like, even... It's almost like you're working with the feds. Well, you're working with the feds.
Aye, without actually knowing. But then Alvarez is working with the feds. Everyone's working with even Pope's working with him. He's pushing double the keys, so... Here, is what it is. They vote it. You kind of get a feeling here. Was everyone not just going to vote yay?
Probably, aye.
Which they do. Clay gives a wee chuckle, votes for it. They all hug. Clay says, "Well done." Jack says, "Not yet." He then tells Chibs, Bobby and Juice for a little show and tell at Clay's house. But does that happen? No, we also had a scene earlier where they went to Clay's house, everyone, and then Jax got kidnapped and they all had to leave, and Clay said, "I have to take my meds," slammed the door. Has he moved the letters and the documents and all that? Let's find out. Yes, he has moved the documents, absolutely. Jax confronts Juice. Bobby then finds out, holy shit, that's why he wanted to keep Juice alive, just to use him in his vendetta against Clay, damn it. We also had the introduction of, what's his name? What's that guy's name? Lee Torek. He was introduced at the start of this episode. Battered Otto. "Do you hear my name, Mr. Delaney? My voice. Do you hear me? Do you hear me now?"
Then I'm going to hear this voice a lot,
yeah,
Otto.
He then promises him that the next few months are going to be the most excruciating pain of his life. And you know what? I think he lives up to that promise.
Yeah, I think he keeps that promise. But, I mean, when you think about it, this guy's sister was brutally killed for no reason whatsoever. She was innocent, so I mean, is he really a bad guy for taking revenge here?
No, he's not. Even though Otto's Sam Crow, right? Even though it doesn't feel like it, you are supposed to root for him. Even though he rat it, which I think was, but again, that was justified. I think that rat.
No, I think Otto ratting was justified, but I mean, at the end of the day, he's killed an innocent person, and there's going to be consequences to that. So
yeah,
unlucky Otto.
So what we have next is Nero shows up.
That's Otto's luck, though, isn't it? I mean, he could have killed just some random bum.
When they family,
but he happened to kill a bum whose brother was Torek, honestly.
Pretty much, but Nero shows up at Clay and Gemma's door. He's freaking out. He's going, it wasn't your guys, it was the cartel. So obviously he's raging because he's killed like half his crew.
But Clay's there and basically kindly tells him to fuck off.
Yep, Clay looking a wee bit more jacked.
Fuck off back to TJ.
Fuck off back to Tijuana. But Gemma says, this ain't real, this is just an illusion sort of thing. And then he's like freaking out. He's drinking tap water.
Oh, mama, what have I done?
What have I done? He's like, you married again, Issy? And then he just leaves. Clay then goes into the back room. We then cut to the show and tell.
He leaves because he's got his season 3 Dexter appearance coming up soon, so he's like...
Even though this is after it, but here, anyway, it is what it is. I'll tell you what, those season 3 of Dexter's after this wee roundup of shows. But yeah, Jax essentially says there's a lot of things I can't prove about Clay. Not just the Nomad stuff. He says he killed JT. He's the one that killed Piney. And the reason why he killed Piney was not because of the bullshit. Piney was pissed, even though he probably was pissed when he went up. It's because he had the letters. And Tara had the letters. He tried to kill Tara. He battered Gemma. He put the Nomads in motion. Clay is responsible for everything.
Yeah, Piney kind of got jobbed out of the initial story, didn't it? It made it sound like Piney was going to kill Clay and it was self-defense. I didn't really like that.
No.
And seeing you think about it, Miles never really gets redemption. Yeah, there's a few people that know about it. But as a club whole, like Miles is always going to go down as a traitor.
Yeah, like Alvarez thinks. Remember that guy that jobbed out?
His picture's removed from the wall, isn't it?
Aye.
It's not like Juice is never really.
And he's not like either.
Miles will never make the Hall of Fame.
Aye, he's never going to be on the wall.
He's like Chris Benoit.
Aye, he's never going to get back on the wall.
No.
Not in a month of Sundays. There's another knock at the door though, and it's Bobby. You here to kill me, VP? No, I'm here to keep you alive. Sit down, Bobby says. So what's Bobby going to do? Job out? Jax? Job out Clay? Who's he going to job out? Let me know.
Dog it.
Dob out, job out. What's happening? Let's go to the MVP. Going to get to Nero. I think seeing OG Nero was good.
Alright, OG Nero killing a bunch of essays. You love to see it.
And the quote of the episode, I've already mentioned that I'm an odd Capone, not a suicide bomber.
No one likes a suicide bomber.
That's for sure.
We all like outlaws, so that's it, guys. Be a good outlaw. Like this video. We will catch you in the next one. And that's it. Till next time.
Rating out of 10, my friend.
Oh, yes. Rating out of 10. I'll get a 7.
I'll get an 8. There you go. 7.5 out of 10.
7.5.
Till next time. Peace.